What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. We're here today with Season 3, Episode 3 of Copium Series in Need for Speed Unbound. This week, we are driving the A+ 1971 Skyline, and we're driving it on road tripping, the endurance race. It is going to be a skill issue this week. It's a hard track to get a full clean run on, and I think it's going to be pretty spicy. At the end of the day, I wanted to drive this car. It actually is a pretty good fit for road tripping. And last week was a bit of a drift race with the Viper. A lot of the drifters were comfy. So now we're going to drive a grip car where the drifters aren't comfy. And so we'll shake up the leaderboards a little bit. Guys, if you've never run Copium with us before, it's time to get in. It is a week-to-week series for anyone and everyone. It starts today, March 20th, Wednesday, and it runs through the following Tuesday, March 26th. And then we'll do another week after that. It's very easy. The cutoff is Tuesday the 26th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you don't have your screenshot to me by then, you missed the results. So be fast on track and also time sensitive with your submissions. All you need to do is run this car with any build that you want. I'll show you a build that I prefer, so that way you've got a baseline to start with. And then you run it on road tripping. At the end of the race, take a screenshot, photo, whatever you can do to communicate the car you drove, your name, the time that you got on road tripping, and then send it to me. It's very easy. You can email it to me at alexcornnut@gmail.com, or you can submit it in my Discord under the Copium submission section, and we will get you put into splits. Last week was a great week for us. We had 70 participants. We had multiple ties where people were coming in, and I had one whole split that was 10 racers, and they all finished within 0.8 of a second. So 158.01 through 158.8, and I had 10 guys in that little grouping, and it was very, very tight and very close racing. So, and it doesn't matter where you stack up. That 158 group was like the 5th or 6th split, but it was the closest racing out of anybody. If you are alien, cracked, super fast, get in here, try your time with us, see how you do. And if you're kind of new to the game or a little more casual, still submit a time and see how you do. We've got guys that do a one and done. If they crash, so be it. That's the time they're going to submit. And we have other guys that'll run it a couple hundred times to get the very most optimal time that they can. And everybody in between. Last week, the meme time, I had somebody do 69 minutes, 42 seconds with 09 in the decimal place. And so it was a 69.420. So shout out to Tetsu, that was legendary. Okay, let's get into it. Let me show you the build this week that I'm going to recommend and what I will be using myself. Sometimes I make little tweaks, but this is where I definitely am going to start. The engine that we're going to use in the A+ class is the second to last engine over. It is the 2.9 liter V8. This is the Ferrari out of the this is the motor out of the Ferrari F40, and it's a very good balance. There's some other engines that have more horsepower but less torque. And at the end of the day, you need a transmission and engine combo that's going to allow you to get around 175 mile an hour. This one does that, so that's why I recommend it. For the parts, it's pretty straightforward, and there's two ways you can go with this. I'm going to show you both of them. The one I'll be using this week is Super Gold Induction, and then it's Silver Pro ECU, fuel system, and exhaust. That's all stock. And then you're going to go with the Elite Platinum Twin Turbos. I can't get the roots or the screw to fit with adequate grip, so that's what I went with. Bronze nitrous, and then Elite Platinum road suspension and Elite Platinum grip tires. Don't touch the brakes or the clutch. And then make sure that you do put in the Silver Pro 6-speed transmission. Gives you that proper top speed for an A+ race. Elite Platinum diff is what I run, but you guys can get away with the Sport Bronze if you're going to copy what I have here. But if you're going to go for full grip, you want to do the Elite Platinum. Auxiliaries, absolutely important. They do function, and so make sure you put in grip or drift or near miss or whatever auxiliaries you like to use for yourself. For the handling, go 55% grip. It's the only way I can get all of this horsepower to fit in this chassis. So slide the slider to the left, steering sensitivity, whatever, and then downforce is all the way high. That is A+ 269. It's a little rowdy, but it's got the speed, it's got the legs, and I run drift entry as brake tap. Now, if you want to go the other way with it, and you want to set this car up a little bit safer with more grip, slide the slider all the way to the left, go 80% grip, keep the downforce all the way high. Now that you've done that, go into parts, take a little bit of power out of it by going to a Silver Pro induction. You've got extra points to play with. You can go into a Super Gold nitrous bottle. By doing that, you're going to have a little more NOS. The auxiliaries work, so you have a bigger bottle to play with. A case could be made for that. Maybe not quite as fast, but if you're a nitrous user, it's maybe not a bad way to go. And that's going to set you up pretty close to what you can do out of this chassis. You can go less on the downforce too. So if you've got a preference from running low downforce, you can set it up that way. I myself am going to be going the other way with it, like I showed you guys earlier. But I wanted to show you that there are a couple different ways to set up this particular car. There is another engine that I can see a case being made for if that's your style. The other engine is going to be the flat 4 right here. It's got a little more horsepower by 3, but it's got a lot less torque. That less torque makes the car a lot easier to control. So maybe you want to build up the flat 4, and the flat 4 build is pretty straightforward. It's bronze, Elite Platinum, Silver Pro, bronze, and then Elite Platinum twin turb skis, and then the rest of the chassis stays the same. Car's easier to drive with less torque, but it doesn't accelerate quite as hard in my opinion, and it doesn't get out of the corners as much. So that's not going to be what I'm running this week. But you guys do you, try whatever you like. So to sum it all up, guys, build the car any way you want it. Get a time on Road Trippin'. That race is down here in the A+ playlist. It's like the 5th or 6th one over. At the end of that race, grab a screenshot with your phone, with your console, with your computer. Send it to me via email at alexcornnut@gmail.com, or get it in my Discord. Put it under the Copium submissions. It's all the little green frogs in the Discord. We will take your time. We'll put it on the spreadsheet. We'll hide it so nobody else sees it. So it's kind of a mystery reveal at the end of the week. And then we will break everybody into splits after the results are closed. So chronologically, we just take the fastest time to the slowest time, and then I break everybody out. So that way you are around like skilled and like timed players, and we get some really close racing, and it is a bundle of fun. We run from today, Wednesday, the 20th, through next Tuesday, the 26th. Get it in by 8 p.m. CST. If you're worried about not getting the time zone right, put it in on Monday so you definitely don't miss it. Guys, we'll see you on track. We'll see you in the results. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.